So I want to thank the world. I apologize for a few minutes late. We had a little technical glitch. It's the typical excuse. But I have an amazing speaker today that you're going to be super impressed with. But sharing this platform with me is my usual co-host, Andrea Wen, the creator of One Humanity, One World, which is perfect for today's topic, which is on education. As those that follow Andrea knows, her goal is to raise $100 million to buy 1 million solar panel tablets so that she can give every children on this planet free education. And you're going to find out from our Stella, I used the word, I hope it's a pun, but her name is Stella Shen. Same family name as my mother, so we're sort of related. But she's absolutely amazing, super mom, I call her. But also on our usual conference call line, we have our magical prayer warrior, Mike and Kitty Reagan. You also know the background. They open up my brain, my heart, and my mind to God. So Kitty, Mike, I want you to say your usual prayer and devotion, divine devotion for this Call to World Peace podcast that we're beaming live to the rest of the world. So Kitty, Mike, the platform's you to say a prayer to the world. Thank you very much.
Good morning. And I would just like to say what an absolute privilege it is to have brothers and sisters from all over the world, because you have made us as one. And the education ladies' names that were given moments ago, I am just so grateful, excuse me, to be a part of saying hello and blessings unto you and your efforts to each and every one. Hallelujah, and praise God for being in this wonderful worldwide family of peace. And thank you again. Here's my husband.
Lord, we thank you so much that we're able to come together today in the name of peace. Thank you for the providers of communication and Leon putting it together. We have a short prayer this morning to say that we just hope that this bears fruit and that each and every one will know that God is in charge. No matter, we are merely his tools, and we work to his efforts for peace. We know that we all serve a God of peace, and may we stand on his promise. We thank you for all that you do for us daily. We thank you for waking us up, the air that we breathe, and the intellect that we let this meeting proceed in the name of God. In Jesus' name I pray and worship all. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful as always, my Kitty. God bless you both. I'll talk to you again later on. We have some very important announcements to make to you in private as well. God bless you. Take care again. Thank you very much. So anyway, that's Mike and Kitty. And today our most amazing speaker is a longtime friend of mine. I've known her when she was a single. I known her when she met her super intelligent, smart husband. And with that kind of gene, I met her, seeing her grow up with her two absolutely amazing children. And I don't just say amazing, I mean, the education has played a very important part in Stella and her family. And she's taken that experience and infused that into her two amazing children. They're very, very young children indeed, but yet not only are they smart in the head, but most importantly, they're smart in the heart. So when I met them recently at a barbecue party, the kid, I mean, the oldest is only 15. He came to me and told me that he wants to do good deeds with the United Nations mission of that. And I told him bluntly, I know you're all adult here, but I told him, listen, when I was 15, I couldn't even wipe my own butt, you know? So that's why I turned. Stella is an absolutely amazing mom. And I'm blessed, because I've known her for so many years, I'm blessed to see her, how she's helped develop her own family to basically infuse that wisdom, that education platform that not only develop great intellect, but great spiritual wisdom. So I'm going to ask you, Stella, obviously, I know you for so long now, follow your family. So your two kids, So tell us, how did you infuse your own experience into how you taught your children? Was it a normal education, academia practice that your two kids went through? Or did you take additional extracurriculum activity that you helped to develop two brilliant children? Like I said, not only smart of brain, but most importantly, smart of heart. So could you let divulge some of the secret of being a super mom to the rest of the audience here, to the world that's listening in?
Well, thank you, Leong. Thank you for your kind words. Actually, I'm not gonna take the whole credit because I seriously feel I have this luxury opportunities to actually grow up with my kids very closely, and I'm still learning to be a better parent every day. But I would say I have very wonderful family, and I have a very amazing father who actually is a toy inventor and want to make a better world through kids education. He established a company called Giggle at 1976, actually just 1 year after I born. Well, now you know my age. So with a very big heart, very generous ideas that my father always, through families, dinners, through activities we do, through, nonstop talking about his visions about Giggle. I have a very strong ideas like, as a parent, I'm not gonna only educate kids to be book smart. I would like them to have kind heart and always think how they will be able to get back to the society. So with that concept, both my boys, they are actually Boy Scout, and the Boy Scout has amazing concept, and through Scout Low and Scout O, that's really shaped them to be a better youth. And through the programs, to the concept, I become the community service chair and working with tons of amazing parents, coordinated with a lot nonprofit organizations in our neighborhood, to really will be able to, make the world better. And you asked me if I do any special education or programs with my kids. I would say they inspire me. So my older son, when he was young, like 4 or 5 years old, he will have a tons of very curious questions. Mommy, like one day I saw him in the bathroom after shower. He's naked, but it's not, the rush to put the towel on and stuff. He was looking into the drainer in the bathtub, and he asked me, Mommy, where are those water going through? Where did it go? And then when he was outside, I parked the car. He looked at the sky. He asked me, Mommy, why the moon is following me? I would say children are nature scientists. They come into the world to they're wanting to know how the world works. So I was very lucky. One day I took him to the Liberty Science Center. And we bumped into this amazing science educator in Liberty Science Center, Mr. Nick. My son was following him, with all the science experiment, one after next, the whole day. And I was very curious, who is this person, how he will be able to guide kids so nicely. So I went up to talk to him, and he was so kind. He told Derek, my older son, like, if in the future you have any question related to any STEM topic, email me. So we start contact, and like a lot of business, like a lot of great concept ideas. We talked further in the Starbucks in our neighborhood. And Nick, accept this job opportunities. We create a program called STEM Creative Classroom at my son's after school program. He was just a kindergartner at that time. So in this STEM program, we will be able to, let the kids enjoy the real hands-on investigation and experiment about the STEM topic. You name it, the science, technology, engineering, and math. From anything you can call, dinosaurs to fossil dig, from the air pressures to the solar systems. We have the project for kids to do in the classroom and also bring home. So we are not only educate the kids, we educate the parents too. And that's help kids to continue their STEM adventure and invent at home too together. I think this really helped my kids a lot. Even my second son, I still remember, I bring him to Summer YMCA. He was playing soccer. In the end of the program, he came to me, seriously, hold a water bottle. And then he was like, he was drinking the water. And then he was like, Mommy, I'm making the high frequency and low frequency sound. At 3 years old,
Wow.
using such vocabulary. And that was because we were just talking about that in our STEM class.
Well, that's,
and then, and he was lifting the benches. Like, like just a kids, they don't have a boundary. They don't have limited imaginations. And then he was like, oh, it's too heavy. And you won't believe what he said. He was like, I know, because I didn't try. I should use the simple machine to help me to lift up the benches. All this, I was actually very surprised how much the education, like you will be able to, just get into kids' mind and they see the world. STEM is actually over the place, but you give them the knowledge, you open the door for them, their eyes see the world in a different way, and they know how to, have independent thinking, have a problem solving, and it's amazing.
Well, thank you, Andrew. Sorry to interrupt there. I could listen to this a million times, but it's absolutely, you hear this? His son at 3 years old could talk about high, low frequency. I mean, I didn't learn this until I was 18 at university. So first of all, Stella's son, maybe it's genetic, geniuses, but you got to nurture that genius. That's the other thing that's so important. And that is why Stella and her family, including her husband, who I know is another genius, and her father is teaching her kids to be so brilliant that they are. But anyway, I'm going to pass over the baton over to Andrea. Andrea?
Well, Estelle, I have to say that I would love to meet both of your kids someday. That would be wonderful. And Leong was just talking about geniuses, and very recently I was listening to an educational podcast that literally all children are born geniuses, and there are study research that till the age of 4, all of them show the characteristics and potential of a future genius. But as they get older, the qualifications of what makes you a genius decreases. Why? because educational system that it's very primitive, because of the environment, or because of the families. And so it's very important to cultivate it and put water to that seed. We are all born with that seed, but if we don't water it, it's like a plant that dies. And I just love that you said now that you raise your kids not only to be smart, but to contribute to society. And you know, on One Humanity, One World, I always say that families are the very core of society itself. If we have a healthy family and we radiate that in society, then we have a healthy society. But the very soul of a family, it's a mother. So your role is so tremendously important that I love that you said that you are impressed of your kids and that you even learn from them. You know, I'm very lucky to have the family I have. And my mother always says that she is able to learn a lot from their children. So a part of all that, you definitely have so many impressive initiatives to change this educational system so we can water those seeds to make grow more geniuses. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, I have to say, one thing I feel a very wise decision is sent my kids to join Summit Troop 67, the Boy Scout program. Through that, we will be able to connect with a lot other parents, other scouts. We always say it's take the whole village to raise the kids. And I couldn't give you another better examples for our troop has been doing for our neighborhood. Why I say so? Especially, you know, during COVID, it's very difficult. A lot of families suffers. I live in a very wealthy communities in Summit. I always think, you know, here are all the lucky, you know, families. They like parents has a good job, going to Wall Street, going to finance district. That's why we have, you know, express chance to go to Manhattan. I didn't know before I joined Troop 67 as a volunteer parent. I didn't know in such wealthy communities, there's homeless people waiting for the food. Our troop have at least 1 or 2 times community service through our scouts help, through other parents' generous donations. We'll be able to contribute our effort with, for example, Summit St. Teresa Church's food bank every October. September, when the school starts, our scouts go to really, they just roll up their sleeves, they clean up downtown Summit. We right before Thanksgiving, we just send out all the flyer to the community and we collect food. We even have a table stand in front of the King Food Market, ask for you know, people from communities to help collect the items from the supermarket that the military needs and send to militaries all over the world. Because, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, most of us will have that luxury to, you know, get together to spend time with our family. And with Ukraine's situation, I think now we all know, you know, spending family times has, you know, country's securities, how nice it is. We often take it as a granted. So, you know, before I do all this, I actually really doesn't have that deep feeling how happy you can be when you actually contribute to the
Absolutely.
society, and how the small step you take with your kids. You
Yeah.
know, my kids, they go to the supermarket, now you know, with this program, my kids, they become the expert shopping in the supermarket because they actually have to summarize the item in each aisle and mark it on our flyer for those people who came in will be able to shop efficiently and find the items that militaries need. A lot, you know, open canned, a lot like soup, you know, just easy package they need. Those stuff we don't usually buy as a family. And, you know, when my kids, after we, like for the food bank, after we send out the flyer, we went collect, you know, the bag that other family prepare, the shopping bag outside of their house. You will see some families, you know, they are not the most wealthy family, but their heart, like, want to help is bigger. It's like God says, you know, the old woman's, like, you know, with the little coins that she donated, is not the most, but that is everything she has.
Absolutely. And I have to inject, and that is why I call Stella a super mom. Okay, she's the shot, and that is why her two sons are not only one of the geniuses, like Andrea said. She nurtured them from the very beginning of birth, that 4 years, that every child potentially can be a genius. And that's why she turned her two children into geniuses, because she educated them from the very, very beginning. So they're talking about frequencies at the age of 3, okay? So, but most importantly, beyond just the education, she also passed her good heart, her desire to help her community. She's aware that she's very, obviously, you know, very well taken care of, her family, but she don't just selfishly say it's about me. The community is about your whole village. And that's one humanity, one world, which is so closely tied, Andrea, is one humanity, one world. We are an entire village. We have to help each other, okay? But first, we have to help our own family. And the parent is one of the most important educator for children, for not only their great knowledge, but also the great heart. So we're overrun so much, but we would love so, you heard a little bit sampling of all the great educational platform, the humanitarian mission that the Supermom is doing. So I'm just gonna end this. Your father, who started, I said, in 76, Jigo, which is the largest toy manufacturer in Taiwan, and they produce STEM educational toys. How can people get these toys? Can they buy on Amazon? Where can they find it? Do you have a website? Could you just give it to the audience where they can source your family's STEM educational toy? Where can they find it, Stella?
Oh, thank you, Leah. Well, we sell our product all over the world, and we have different partnership with different country. In United States, we partner with our agent called Thames and Cosmos. This is another amazing family story. I make it short. It's a mother who used to work in the science museum, want to in the gift shop, want to find the best STEM product, you know, for kids who visit the museum. And then she found a German company called Cosmos. This is a more than 100 years publishers in Germany. And they are very strong in their board games and also in their science education toy department. So this family, Thames, actually the mother, after she founded this company, Cosmos, like it so much and become their Americans partners. And now, and Cosmos found Giggles as a partner. So we actually sell Giggles product through Thames and Cosmos. You can find, search Thames and Cosmos in Amazon's, you find it in Walmart, Target, in all the science museums in US too.
All right.
That's how you can find it.
Thank you for that. So remember, guys, so go out there. And I said, get those amazing toys, not the toys for killing or whatever. Get educational toys. Teach your children like Stella did. What frequency, high, low frequency at the age of 3. And you can develop your children into geniuses as well. So like I said, I could talk on for hours and hours. So, but we already extended our time. So bless. Importantly to all those audience watching in, so we'll be broadcasting this also on our YouTube, our collective YouTube channel, and our Spotify podcast. So I'll send out the details to Will on that again. So I have to thank most kindly to my co-host Andrea for, like I said to you, her dedication on education as well. Education is the #1 key to saving this world, and of course, most importantly, to our super mom, Stella Shen, for coming on board to be our special guest and telling how she turned her children into geniuses to help save this world. The future is indeed bright with such tremendously brilliant and kind-hearted children that everyone has the potential, like Andrea. From 4-year-old, you can turn your kid into geniuses, folks. All right?
Leong, before we end that, I want to add, give a big credit to UN, because one thing Derek actually participate is the youth leadership and SDG training organized by the United Nations Institute for Training and Research. And I would say this program actually impact him so much, because with all the knowledge and kind heart he has, this program definitely tell the kids what is the problem our world has been facing. And we need all these young peoples to put their effort to, to improve and to make a better world. So this programs ask kids to think about, how do I promote and implement the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which we say SDGs, as a youth ambassador. And I have to say, parents, kids, look into this informations and use your talent, use your abilities, use your effort to make our world a better place.
Excellent.
For us and for our next generations. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right.
Will, you listen carefully to this super mom. Okay. Thank you very much again. God bless you both, Angel, and this is absolutely fantastic. So thank you again, Stella. Thank you again, Andrea.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Love and peace to the whole world. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.